Alright guys, today I'm going to be making a do-it-yourself power box for your kayak. Now, what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to take this box, I'm going to put this set of plugs, which is a cigarette lighter, USB, and the power switch. So it's three switches, and I'm putting them on here. All you need for this is some wire crimpers and cutters. The kit itself that I got off Amazon, I'll put the link in the description. An ammo box, I got this one from Harbor Freight. You can get them from a lot of places. You can get them from Walmart. You need a little hole saw. Just got my set here. Obviously a drill to do it. A pin just to draw out the... This is what the 3 plugs came in. So what I did was I sat it on top of the box and drew out the shapes to make sure I had the placing of them right. Literally, that's all you need. Then, obviously, you need the battery. Okay, I already had the battery because I had a kayak on my first boat that, wow, I had a kayak on my first boat. No, I had a depth finder on my first boat that the front one went out, something was up with the wiring, and I was not in the mood to go from the back of the boat to the front of the boat with the wiring. So I just basically put the battery in one of these dry boxes. This is actually the dry box itself that it was in. This one came from Walmart. And that's basically what I had my depth finder battery in on the first boat I had. Okay, so this is for the kayak. I wanted something where if I did want to run a depth finder or charge my phone or for the GoPro on the front, I can just have it discreetly. This will be in the front hatch. I put Velcro on the bottom to hold it to the bottom of the kayak when I get it in there. So you guys stay tuned. That's what we're going to do. It's really, really simple. Alright, so first things first. When I got these, I played around with it last night. Literally, these were in here. So it has a little part that you screw off. They go in here. You screw this back on. That's what secures them to the actual mount itself. I took them off, took the wiring off, took them off so that I'd be ready to do this video so I wouldn't be wasting time. So then I looked at where I wanted this on the box. I literally just put it on here and traced around the inside so I would know where to cut the holes. I'm getting ready to cut the holes. Let's see what size I need to cut it. It looks like it's just a little over an inch wide, but let's see. I want to find one that's going to give me a tight fit. See, that's too big. Let's see what size that is. Does it tell me? I guess it tells me what size it is, but let's see what this one. Okay, this one's going to be a perfect fit. Oh yeah, it does. It says 1 1/4 inch. So 1 1/4 inch hole saw bit will be perfect size for this. Fits perfect, so that'll leave just enough room for me to stick the plug in there and not have any excess space in the top. Alright, so I'm using a different ammo box. The other one didn't work out. I did not take into consideration the little lip, so I can't use that spot. I'm gonna have to use this spot, which is the spot underneath the handle, but that's fine, no big deal. I had an extra one sitting around, so I'm gonna drill the holes for this one and get back started. Not sure what I was thinking whenever I did not make room, didn't take into consideration for the things to hold it on. Not sure what I was thinking, but I did not take that into consideration. So I'm gonna take this back off. And this top part actually will not fit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use this top to trace where it needs to go, and I'm really considering trimming down this top part just a little so that it will fit. Just Just trying to think of how I can do that, because literally all that needs to come off is just a little bit on each side. Basically up to here where the holes are for the screws. But I would really rather not cut this part, but I don't think I'm gonna have a choice. It's either cut it or don't use it. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and, while I'm brainstorming, I'm gonna go ahead and draw where the holes are gonna go, if I can find a pen, and we'll go from there. Hard to do with a big old Sharpie like this, but that's okay. I've got an idea where I want the holes to be. Because if I don't use this, it doesn't really matter if they're perfect. Still deciding. Can't decide if I want to alter this. I could just cut it with a saw. I don't know. Part of me wants to keep this because it holds them on there real tight. So I think I'm going to alter this. But like I said, let me see how they fit, and then I'll decide if I'm going to use that. Alright. So let's go ahead and drill the first hole. Alright, holes are drilled, new holes, all that. Alright, so I'm just going to stick them in there just to see how well they fit. And if I'm comfortable with how tight it fits down without having this on. If it goes tight enough, I won't include this, but I just don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. So let's see. I don't know, that's pretty tight. It's not going anywhere. So, yeah, I think I'll do without that. I think it'll be just fine without it. Alright, so I'm going to put the other ones on. I'll get right back with you. Alright, those are tight. They're not going anywhere. Alright, so I'm going to hook up I'm going to hook the plugs back up. Alright, so now all I have to do is connect this to my battery. Put my battery in. There's plenty of room, and what I plan on doing once I get this on the kayak is I'm going to use this as basically a dry box. I'm going to put extra tools. I'm going to put a first aid kit, other little things in there that I just don't want to get wet. Alright, so this is where these come in handy. These are wire strippers. I need a couple of these. Let's make sure they will fit. Yep, perfect. Alright, so I just need to strip the wires and crimp these on. And second one's on. Alright, so going to just plug this in. We're going to test everything, make sure it works. Alright, so first test is, let's see if the light comes on. Oh yeah, we have power. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to find a USB cord that I can stick in here. We can test this. Okay, got a USB cord. I'm gonna plug it in. It's on. I'm gonna plug my phone in. I also have a GoPro here we're gonna try as well. Alright, so if you notice right there in the corner, it is, you gotta focus, it's charging, okay? I'm gonna take my phone off. I'm gonna plug this GoPro in. This GoPro does not have a battery in it. There we go. GoPro's working as well. Alright. So I can basically power pretty much anything from this little box. Alright, it's got 2 USB cords in the one side and then a 12-volt cigarette lighter type charger that I can put a cigarette lighter charger in there and have 2 more USB ports. So plenty of options to make this however you guys want it. So the reason I decided to make one of these instead of buy one is, one, I already had the battery. I did not have to buy the battery. It was something I had before. Like I said, I had it for a depth finder, for a kayak, for a boat that is several years old. Obviously the battery still works, so I did not have to buy the battery. These ammo boxes are very cheap, okay? They're easy to work with, they're easy to manipulate. You can add stuff to them any way you would like, okay? So that's another reason why I chose this. You can use many different kinds of boxes. You could use literally this kind of box from Walmart. It's waterproof. All I did was drill a little hole right here to stick the cords through. This is what I use for my depth finder on the front of my old boat. So you technically can use any kind of box you want. This ammo box is just easy, okay? It already has a handle. It's not very big. It'll fit in the front of my kayak. Super easy, okay? Another reason is these things get expensive, okay? You can buy one of these and you're looking at anywhere between $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100. Then you still have to buy the battery, okay? I had the battery. Why is the camera so crooked? Okay. That's better. I had the battery, so I thought, why not? The actual kit to make it with the switches was only like $13 or $14. So I had the ammo can sitting around because, I messed up the first one. I had another one sitting around because I have guns, I have ammo, I have plenty of it, and I bought some extra ammo cans one time when they were on sale, and it fits perfect. It literally fits perfect. These are not going anywhere at all, okay? So I could always also run a bead of silicone around the inside if I wanted to, just for extra, but they are literally not going anywhere. They are not loose at all. There's not going to be any water getting in there, and the front hatch of my kayak is pretty dry anyway. If anything, just a couple of splashes gets in there, and if the depth finder on my old boat can survive, the battery can survive being in one of these, it can definitely survive being in this, because it would take a lot of water for water to get in here. So I'm not really too worried about it. Plus, another plus side to it is it holds extra stuff. Like, I literally have a little first aid kit, a knife, and some extra tools for my kayak, all in this same box. Okay, so you can use it for different things. So that's why I decided to build one instead, make one instead of buy one. So if I can do it, you guys can too. Most of y'all are a lot better at using tools than I am, so it's just something to think about. When you can build something yourself, you kind of have a little bit more pride in it as well, rather than just going out and saying, okay, here's my money. I do a lot of stuff like this because I enjoy it. I like the challenge, but I like to also look at it and say, oh, I did that. So it's just something to think about. It works. That's the light for the USB. That's the light for the power. Literally you switch the switch. That's all you do. So comes with two USB ports right here, the power switch, and then the cigarette lighter type 12-volt switch. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know if I should have done something different, if you can think of something else that I should have done differently. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. leave me a comment. I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to do another video in the next few days. I need to go do a kayak video showing my kayak, and maybe I will, but I'm going to do another video in the next few days, so be watching out for that too. Another kind of do-it-yourself, but you guys make sure you grab a life about a fish. Stay safe. Stay home. Have a good one.